you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show 'em who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. Welcome if you are a first timer. Hello to my subscribers, new and old, and if you haven't done so before, click that subscribe button. Hit that notification. You'll get notified when we send out videos like this, a review of our plays, daily setups, weekly swings, monthly swings, motivational videos, learning tools, informational videos, all kinds of other good stuff. Okay, guys, so today we took MU. It was in our video here for our daily setups, okay? Right up here. I only did a top 5 last night for our plays, so I was short on time, but MU was in there. And let's go and take a look at what happened, okay? So, as I spread this out for you guys a bit, and I'll go down a little bit lower here just so you guys see. So these were our triggers, okay? We had an inside bar on MU. We had a trigger here at the top of the wick and a trigger here at the bottom of the wick, okay? Inside bars are a powerful bar. They show consolidation in the stock, and they're like a spring. They're getting ready to spring load and just pop to one side or the other, and that's exactly what happened on MU today, okay? So we broke the trigger here, and we ended up coming all the way down, hitting this target here, and then we actually retraced way back up here again, past the trigger line. I took my profits on this purple line, okay? There's a few reasons for that, and I'll just let you know why. I don't always wait for the trigger to hit, okay, or for the target to hit. Okay, so this play where I got out was 75%. If you were getting 75% on a play, that is really, really great money. It's a great trade, okay? We're talking options here, okay? But even on common shares, we were looking at a $3, $2 gain on this thing. So it was really good money today on MU. But let's hop back onto the 5-minute, and we can just kind of show you guys how this thing broke down on this trade, okay? So I'm just going to come back to the 5-minute bar. And here's what happened. We broke right here. Right in the morning we broke on the first 5-minute bar. Then we came back up. And then we came back down. We retraced back through that trigger again, okay? Then we hit here, here, and here. And it was around this time right here, 7:45, where we hit 1, 2, 3, and then we had this big bar, okay? Now, that is a strong bearish pattern, but I'm also very cautious with that. So what I did was I went down to the 1-minute chart. And I just got to find out where we are here. So we're going to come back again. There we go. So now we're down onto the 1-minute chart. Okay, and you can kind of see we broke here, retraced back up, came back down, and then our 745 is right here. So this is where I said I started watching, okay? It was on this big bar. So if we want to say, pick a spot, it doesn't matter, right? I switched to the 1-minute time frame, and then, guys, this is what I've started to do and started to watch, okay? So this blue line here is your 9 EMA. Now, a lot of traders will tell you that as long as we're below this line, it's bearish. As soon as we come up above that line and close above that line, it becomes a bullish pattern, okay? But as long as it's closing, the candles are closing below that blue line, we're staying in a bearish pattern. So that's what I started watching once we got into around that 7:45 hour, okay? So I started watching this, and we kept on trending down, 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 down. Okay, and so what happened was on a normal play, we would have been stopped out in here on the 5-minute bar. And I'll go back and show you. We'll just mark it for you just so you can see. But normally, and I'll just change this color so we know. I'll call it, I don't know, dark purple. Or we already have a dark purple, so let's go red. There, we'll just leave it red. So what I do now on this 1 minute, and partially the reason why I'm doing this, guys, is because I had such a large gain already to this point. You know, I was in a, call it 50 to 60% range here already. So I have a little leeway to let this thing run back up. If this was at a 20% mark or a 10% mark, I would have taken my profits off of this, okay? As soon as we started reversing to the upside, I would have been out. But because I had 60% already, and I have a little bit more leeway, a little bit more room to play with my profits, to cross this line, I let it sit. So we watch the 1 minute bars. These are only 1 minute candles. And this one here, we get close, okay? We are right at this line. And if the next candle would have shot up, I would have been out of the trade, okay? And I would have been out of that trade with a 40 or 50% profit, and I would have been really happy with that. But we closed here, and then we started trending back down again. And then we closed, and then look, we came back up again. We didn't cross that line, and we came back down again. So it was at this point here where I was out of this trade. And two reasons I'm out of that trade there. So number one, I was up 75% already. Number two, I had to take my kids to school. So the way Quest Trade works on the platform I use, automated trading isn't the greatest with that platform. So I try and just do everything manually. So I was out of that trade. I was out of that trade right here. Okay. So we came down, and again, this is a signal on a 1 minute bar anyways for us to get out of the trade because it's showing a reversal. But I stayed in. It was 8:02. I had to get my kids to school. Realistically, if I was at home that full time, I would have stayed in this trade, and this right here is where I would have been out. And that's probably, 60-65% profit on that trade, which again, I'm okay with. But that's what I've been doing. So I'll watch plays go on that daily. We'll switch. If it crosses that trigger, I'll switch over to the 5 minute. We'll look to see how it's doing, and then I can switch over to the 1 minute. And as long as we have one of these big, long downtrends and we don't cross back up above, then we're good. And you can see when it reversed to the upside, and it did, we closed above. So realistically, you could have looked at this and said, okay, so we're above the 9 EMA, and you could have taken this trade back up. And we didn't cross below. We didn't close below this line again, and you could have ridden it all the way back up again. Okay, I didn't do that. Obviously, I was gone. I sold. I was gone. Okay, if you want to take a quick look, we can, while you guys are here, on... So anyways, that's how we got into that play. That's how we exited that play, or that's how I did anyways. You should have made really good money on that play no matter where you sold, as long as you were in it. Okay, so if we go to back to the daily chart, actually, let's just hop back to this 5 minute bar, like I was saying before. So if we're looking at this, where we triggered, came back up, re-triggered, and as we came back down, normally, guys, this is right where we would have been stopped out if we were on that 5 minute bar, okay? So we would have come up and it ended up being an outside bar. You would have been stopped out here, and it would have looked like a reversal back to the high side, and you would have been out, and again, it would have been fine. You still would have had some really good gains here. You just would have missed out from here to here where we hit our target, okay? 755 to 76.24. So that's a good chunk of money right there that you missed out on. And again, it could have continued going up the other direction, and maybe you lost more, but you can play it either way. But I like to play it with the 9 EMAs, going down in the smaller time frames to see that. I don't always do that, but I had a large percentage gain there. And I knew at some point it was going to have to reverse back to the high side. Okay? So that's another reason why I start looking at down on the 1 minute chart. Because the thing can't just continue down forever. It's going to have some type of reversal back up. Might not be huge or whatever, and then you might get some chops. So that's why I like to watch that little 9 EMA line there, okay? But anyways, that's how we did that on that. But yeah. I'm just going to do a quick review on the setups that I gave you yesterday, okay? I'm not going to go into detail with any of them, but let's look at Moderna real quick. So Moderna stayed inside bar, and look, beautiful. 3-1 setup on Moderna. Again, I haven't looked at anything yet, guys. This is the first time I'm seeing it. There's 7 minutes left in the trading day, but 3-1 setup, okay? Outside bar, inside bar. This will be on our top 5 tomorrow for Moderna. We didn't trigger anything, so we don't take that trade. MS, Morgan Stanley, 3-1 setup. We break the trigger, and we hit targets, okay? So Morgan Stanley would have been a win for you guys. 1 out of 1. Starbucks, double inside bar, broke the trigger. We didn't quite hit targets, but this is really good profit as well here. So we're 2 for 2 on the plays that I gave yesterday now. Trade Desk, TTD. So we open here, came down, retraced back up, and I guess you could say we hit targets. Not really. There's not a bunch of room there. So I'll give you guys a benefit of the doubt. We'll say 2-1 on that day. Micron, we already know we killed it, so that's 3-1. And then UPST stayed inside bar. So out of the plays I gave you guys, 4 of them were triggered. We were 3-1, so 75%, and really good money. Like that 75%er on Micron was my week. Okay, I don't have to trade for the rest of the week, the rest of the day, the rest of the week. I'm done. Okay, I'm still going to. I got 2 trading days left. But in saying that, I don't need to risk as much capital now on those last 2 days because we did so well on Micron, okay? So that's that. If you guys liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, give me a thumbs up. If you did really great today, show me down below. Let me know what you guys got into and how you guys did. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. We learn from our mistakes. But let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.